Okay, so we're live. Not sure why it's not showing. Hmm. Well, it wouldn't be proper without it causing issues. Not sure why it's doing that. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it's kind of choppy though. At least it looks like it to me. I'm not sure. Is it choppy for you? Wouldn't be the first live stream if we weren't running into these issues, right? Okay. Oh, so apparently it's supposed to be 1080? Okay, that's different. Okay, we'll be back in a moment and we'll try to scale it down. Okay, take two. All right, I think we're okay now. Again, would not be a live stream if there weren't technical difficulties, right? All right. So let's see. We've got. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Wow. All right. Hopefully we are coming through okay now, and we're not going too crazy and a lot of drop frame rates. Who knows? I am, of course, in true D&D fashion, waiting for my players to come into the Discord. But welcome everyone to the first ever live stream here for Tabletop Trysts. Really excited here. Looking forward to it. Looks like I've got a chat here. Give me one moment. I might have to check this quick message because it's probably one of my players saying that they can't get in or something. And yeah, in true fashion, my players actually did not realize that they're supposed to be in this Discord. Uh, and they're in the completely wrong server. Oh boy. Here, let me move some people in here. We've got one person in. There we go. We're starting to get people. Oh, great. And I can't hear you, though. Give me one moment because I was trying to give you all audio and everything. Oh, that'd be probably why. Output device. Okay, now I should be able to hear you. Cool. Say something again. Okay. I will be back in a moment. So we're still working on this right now. Running into some technical difficulties because why else wouldn't there be technical difficulties on the initial launch of any sort of endeavor that has to do with the live aspect of it, right? So hopefully, we will get this fixed out here soon. Just try to open it up. We're able to start getting some video and some audio. No guarantees, folks. No guarantees. All right. Everybody can hear me, though. Okay, correct? I hope so. For some reason, it says that my stream status is poor. Don't know why. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out all together, and it will be wondrous. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, why do people keep leaving the sessions chat? Here we go. All right, folks. Here we go. Camera is on for me.
Camera is on for us.
Great.
Oh, is that David?
Look at that, people. We're getting in. Here we go.
Hey guys,
All right.
I did it.
Oh,
I did it. I finally got through all these stinking
idea.
errors, even though YouTube is yelling at me. All right, let me give myself some more audio so I can actually hear you all.
my hair. Oh, great.
Why is this doing that? That's weird.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I'm still kind of scrambling. Oh, no, I got it. I've got my character mostly figured out. I was like scrambling.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll all be fine without that. Because we're going to do everything on the fly, just like everything else I do in my life.
Oh,
That's what I like to hear because I created my character sheet approximately 10 minutes ago.
Awesome.
Wait, you guys are adding your spells as we speak?
honestly,
Come on.
I think
Awesome.
Jordan,
Hey,
where the frick is Jordan?
everybody who's watching, if I could ask a favor, if you could tell me, is it looking choppy for y'all? Everybody who's watching,
You
if
look
I
good to
could
me.
ask- Well, in the Discord will be fine. It's it's actually the YouTube I'm worried about because it's looking pretty choppy, pretty sloppy Joe, where I'm at in the preview here that I'm looking at. So, gotta love the initial live stream.
I think he's
And that should not be choppy.
If you tell me the channel, I can check and give you direct feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that couldn't be. Duh.
Yeah, I'm wondering why it's choppy, though. It shouldn't be choppy, but what are you going to do?
It just looks like it is, but then
Ugh.
Well, I guess let's take a look. I can actually take a look at my own live feed for a moment, and we'll take a look.
it just looks like it.
And then Logan Paul remember that.
And he's so
Okay, so
Logan Paul. He's so bizarre.
yeah, it's like I like him.
It's so strange.
I'm just confused. Something is it a bit?
I can't tell.
Let's back in here.
yeah, this is odd. We are getting a lot of choppiness. It's actually flat out freezing. It looks like.
Tabletop Trysts. Is that the
Trysts. Tabletop Trysts.
YouTube?
Maybe Tabletop Trysts.
It's a Y. Y.
There we go.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why it's coming in smooth on OBS,
I can just watch it and see.
but for some reason it's coming in choppy here. It's saying that's not receiving enough video for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Looks like it wasn't choppy at the beginning when you were there, but I think when we joined,
Let's see. Did
further down then. It's like joining and rejoining 8 times.
he pressing leave?
Why does it keep?
Maybe not.
You would think after all
Wait.
these years
What's this?
this would work,
Oh.
but it does not. Minimize. Yeah, I'm not sure why it says this. It says it's in excellent condition, and now it's buffering like crazy.
Huh.
Okay, well, that was a failure. Backup options. Let's see.
Record this session and then just post it as a video.
It's already set to live streaming. I'm committed, so I have to do it. I have one alternative. Just give me one moment. Anybody who can actually hear, I will get you all set up in a moment. And we are just going to use a completely different program. And we will just hope that it can hear the Discord people too. Oh, wait, it will. Yeah, let's do this.
Dave dies.
No.
Queen. It looks like Cosmo.
Generic brown woman. Brown-haired woman with glasses.
Okay, now I got to figure out.
I hope the Wi-Fi doesn't count.
Oh no, we'll be fine in here.
Is this the souped up room?
No.
Well, that way is not going to work either. So, as an alternative, probably what we're going to have to do, I am just going to have to lose a monitor, I guess. That is unfortunate for me.
You guys know how to change your background in Discord?
I'm assuming James does because.
Yeah, yeah. Click on the up arrow by your camera.
Wait,
The pop out? No,
Yeah.
it's not.
that wasn't right.
Yeah, you
Dude,
click
I gotta
right.
get
No,
nitro
no,
on my
the
own background, bro.
probably. Okay,
Freak
so
that.
I'm not able to figure out even how to close out this window now. This is not fun. I will be right back. Folks, I apologize because the live stream is completely bonkers and not working at all. Give me one moment here. I am just attempting to fix it.
Me?
Yeah.
No, it's just a white I use for photography. I was gonna try to hang it up. It's not
Okay.
doesn't cover enough space. Gosh darn.
Well, this is fun. I am only going to have one monitor today.
Okay.
Doesn't that stink?
Share screen.
Sweet.
All right.
I'll maybe go the arrow.
I gotta change my name. Freak.
All right.
What's back here? There's gotta be.
Is it up more? Like Leo? Oh.
Where'd it
Are
go?
we dumb?
Like we are. Are we stupid?
What are you trying to figure
Are
out
you
how to
trying
do
to
the
figure out
camera
the
still?
background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just right next to the camera symbol in the bottom of Discord, you click the up arrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Video settings. Or change video background. But I
Yep.
see.
Oh, we don't see that, I guess.
Okay,
That's
you can
'cause
hover
I'm
over.
You're not in the
Yeah,
app.
Yeah,
You're
I'm not in the app. That's why.
Heard.
Okay, let's turn that off and see if this works now.
What a second. Yeah,
Okay, why is it only displaying my server now? Like, this is bad. This is not at all how I planned this. I apologize.
you're all
And now
good.
and
I
now
understand.
Oh no, I'm not
this stuff,
apologizing
it's
to you.
a
I'm
struggle.
apologizing to all of them. Okay, I don't understand why this is doing this. There we go. All right. Turn on camera. There we go. I did it, ish.
Woo.
Now, the other thing that we need to figure out, hopefully we are now... Okay, so it's still a black screen. That's not good.
So weird. I would have to like exit and then it doesn't.
Like exit that.
No, it'll do that. Should do that quicker, hopefully.
I haven't opened it in a while. Could literally have like a huge thing.
Okay. So it's showing it, but now... Oh, wow, the YouTube is like way behind. Okay, we are just going to hit X there. Get that out of my way. Okay, I think we're okay now. I'm checking the delay to make sure it looks okay. And then hopefully I can hear y'all too. All right. My lord. So everybody who is now in the channel and maybe watching, many apologies for all the technical difficulties that we just faced in our initial live stream here. Kind of failed. Just a tad, but that's okay. And I'm looking at it, and it is super choppy still. I'm not understanding why. It doesn't look like it on my screen. Okay. Good enough. All right, we're just going to close out as many things as we possibly can. And now suddenly it's displaying the wrong... What is happening here? Oh, there we go. Okay, so it wasn't doing that. Okay. I'm really bad at YouTube, apparently. Live streaming. I can record, but I cannot live stream. We're getting the error again. I don't understand why. Whatever. Oh, well, it's going to be choppy, and we're just going to have to deal with it. Thinks that it's not receiving enough memory or enough video, but it is clearly receiving enough video. But anyway, thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Tabletop Trysts. My name is James Schofield, and I am the founder and also forever DM for Tabletop Trysts. And with me, I've got some, I'm calling them Trysters. Sorry, guys. You guys are now Trysters. And so I've got a few of them on. They're going to be helping me playtest Elenatura, which is really, at the end of the day, it's my world that I'm building. Really excited to get this going. That is not what I wanted to open. Wow, I am running into so many different issues today. Let's see. Anyway. Wow. That's all right. I thought I had the intro and I was going to play the intro and have it be all cool, but it's not cool because the intro wasn't available. But that's okay. Anyway, welcome everybody. If you are watching, I see that we at least have one watcher so far, which is awesome. Thank you for popping on to the live stream. Once again, James Schofield here for Tabletop Trysts. We've got our Trysters on here. Why don't you all introduce yourselves and let us know who you all are coming into playtest this brand new endeavor. That means you guys.
Then you go first.
I'll roll.
Well,
I got a one. I'll go first. All right. Evan started playing D&D probably 5-6 months ago. A lot of fun, having a lot of fun just messing around. Yeah, I'm excited to try test this. We're gonna try to push it to its boundaries to see where it breaks. Didn't tell James that, but that's what we're gonna do, just to really see what it's about.
Awesome.
I'm David. I also started playing D&D like well, we all started at the same time. I just realized I'm DM months ago. Got interested after once again Evan convinced me to play Baldur's Gate 3, and I put an obscene amount of hours into that. So and yeah, we are probably going to see what kind of wild stuff we can get up to in this. So
I'm Sam. I've actually never played D&D before. This is my first time. I'm pretty pumped. I've wanted to play D&D for a really long time. I've watched a ton of D&D videos, especially like Critical Role, like the most classic ones, and then some more niche ones. But I'm really excited to try it out.
All right. I think Jordan is frozen. Either that or he's doing a really good job at playing a statue.
Let's go.
Still. Oh,
Jordan, bro.
Jordan, you got to get off a dial up.
Oh.
Okay, well,
it's
Jordan,
over.
I don't think you're going to be able to play today if you can hear us, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, we can go ahead and we can start diving right in. We're just going to go ahead and power through these issues that we ran into. It's been absolutely bonkers, but that's okay. Anyway, folks, welcome to Elenatura. For those who don't know what
Woo.
Elenatura, yeah. I should probably actually load up everything. I honestly don't even have a pen and paper with me today. Oh, never mind. I do. I think I have. But yeah, so Elenatura, for those who do not know, Elenatura is my 5e based homebrew world that I am building from the ground up. Not able to find a pen that works. And it is one that is heavily influenced by the forces of nature. So all the elements are revered as gods on my world of Elenatura. And it's also kind of an interesting area because there are a really two different types of land that you're dealing with on Elenatura. You have what they call the lower lands, and the lower lands are standard planet that you would be on. But then you also have the sky plate, which hovers just above the lower lands. Nobody understands how this came about, but here we are. And we're going to be starting our adventure on the sky plate, believe it or not, in the city of Sidoria. This is when I would have cued music, but with all the issues, I have negated to use music at this time.
play a tune. Play a tune, Jordan.
So yeah, where's my bard? So Sidoria is the capital city of the four air kingdoms of the Sky Plate. It began years ago when Samuel Sidor discovered the Sky Plate and founded Sidoria. Sidoria started as a base of operations for a rebellion, as a little bit of history. And with that rebellion, we ended up with a big, beautiful capital city out of what started off as just some tents. And Sidoria now is quite large. It unifies the four air kingdoms because at first there was a lot of disagreements on how the sky plate would be administered, different terraforming that might be done, really any sort of government. And rather than warring over it, as most nations often do, they decided that, hey, the sky plate was big enough for everybody, and they divided it into four different air kingdoms, but they are all unified by the capital city of Sidoria. They all share the exact same capital city. Stop talking to her. Sorry. And again, in true D&D fashion, my kids are starting to interrupt the live stream, but that's okay. We're just going to keep rolling with it as well. So I'll go a little bit more into the history of Sidoria as we go along, but we find our party in the High Capitoleer's castle. The High Capitoleer of Sidoria is the head of Sidoria and, well, by extension, the leader of the four air kingdoms, the big decider. And our party is meeting with one of the privy counselors who is in charge of the interior. And there happens to be trouble afoot. This privy counselor's name, and again, because this is a live stream, we are also live streaming names. I am making them up as I go along. We will be talking to Neville.
A good one.
Windmarker.
It's a great
It's
name.
going to be a simple name. Neville
Great
Windmarker,
name.
but we're going to use two V's. We're going to use two V's because it's D&D, folks.
Nice.
And Neville Windmarker has summoned our party to Sidoria into the High Capitoleer's castle because, well, the High Capitoleer is not there. Neville calls in the party, and as the party walks in, if I could come up, actually, why don't you all roll initiative to figure out who the order is of people coming in to meet with this privy counselor?
21.
21?
6.
Okay.
Nice.
21. That's
Pretty sure 21 wins. So 21
Yes.
is the first one coming in. So why don't we go ahead and if you could introduce your character, maybe with a short description and any sort of backstory information that you would like to give.
Yeah, I'd love to. Adobe Acrobat just crashed. So we'll go to the next.
So literally
initiative.
everything possible is crashing. We're
Yeah.
not even on the same computers, and yet they crash.
100%.
Oh,
I
Wow.
clicked a button. It's
Amazing.
Acrobat. Crazy.
where did you go?
You say I should go?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Since my Quinn has failed to speak as the so-called charmer of the two, my name is Quinn Wardsmith. I am the Chief General of Hurrene, a Sand Nation, and Prince to the Kingdom. I like to fight as a soldier. It's fun, but only for the good.
Okay. Next up, who do we have now?
Isn't it? Is it back up for you? I mean, cool. My name is my name is Thorn Drywind. Thorn with an E.
That doesn't sound
I
familiar at all.
I am a James. I'm actually going to need help with the pronunciation. Is it Sandnap?
Sande Nep.
Is it Sunday Nap? Oh, I knew that accent. Whatever. I'm a Sunday Nap Ranger. Like looking at me, you kind of like my skin almost looks like sandy, and if you look close enough, it almost looks like it's kind of swirling around. It has almost like these golden veins, kind of just all over. At least what you're able to see, which is just my face. I'm wearing, since I'm a ranger, tattered cloak with a tunic or a jerkin underneath, just a really well worn robe or something, just from being out in nature. If you notice when I walk, I it almost like can't hear anything, as I'm a ranger.
Because I'm a ranger.
All right. I'll go next. My character's name is Baldric Beldam. I am a half elf wizard, and I've got white hair that's in a bun, blue eyes, and if you are from my hometown, which I would never tell you because I don't want you to go there and hear my stories, you might hear that I'm a little bit of a folk hero. I stand up for what I believe in. I'm not going to let anyone get away with things that I don't think stand for what is right.
All right, I'm back up. My name is Flynn Wardsmith. As my less attractive looking twin said, we are both Sand and Neps. We are of the same family. However, I would like to think that I am the more eloquent, charismatic, better looking. I got more swag, is kind of what I'm saying here.
All right.
from the same area, Harene, where he decided to go and be a soldier. I kind of disappointed my father and left to be a little bit of an adventurer and telling my tale across the lands as really one of the great adventurers as I am, because I am a great adventurer.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Ask anyone.
Ask
Yeah.
anyone.
My dad.
Love it.
Yeah.
So is that everybody then?
Yes,
Everybody.
but I forgot to say what I look like.
You should probably do that.
Yeah, that was like when David started explaining, I was like, yeah, I forgot to do that. I am a rather chiseled uh warrior. I carry a great axe and a spear, both that are inlaid in gold. That is not, they are not worth that much, but they are inlaid in gold as a member of the royal family
Okay.
and as a high general. I do not wear armor, but I do wear a golden sash-like thing that holsters my weapons. And I do have a princess crown, as I do care about Renee and becoming the king one day.
Love starting rich. Every
Yeah,
campaign, you're like,
he does.
shit,
Yeah, yeah.
cut him off, cut him off.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
use money. I don't use
listen,
money as a soldier. I fight for what I want.
I am pretty
All right.
sure that I don't know. I'm thinking when we do our actual campaign, when we go into Avernus, there might be some thievery going on.
Oh no. Um, well, I would like to say David is the richest in the party currently.
That's good.
Oh, here we go. Look at this big ginormous logo. There we go. Wow, I'm just messing up everywhere. We're just gonna put this up top here. There we go. Look at that. Now I got my logo up. Yay. Okay, let's get into immersion now. Let's fully immerse here. So, Neville Windmarker will give his description as well. He's an older man, human, with very long, thinning gray hair, almost to the point where it's white. It is tied back in a very neat pony. And then the pony actually has very ornate braiding on the back, with little tiny gems kind of helping to hold it all in place. And he is wearing typical Privy Counselor attire. And with that, it is a bejeweled, solid regal blue tunic. Over the tunic is a gold inlay jacket, velvet jacket, long tail on the back. And he's kind of a bony man, very, very thin. It's been clear that the years of his service have not been kind to him, but he has finally been able to raise up to the status that he's been fighting for his whole life. And he looks at all of you, very distraught, and he says, I thank you all for coming on such short notice. As you know, the previous High Capitoleer passed, and his son was meant to take over as High Capitoleer at the ceremony after this weekend. However, and he pauses, he has gone missing.
Hmm.
Now, we have heard that your party has been able to do certain finding missions like this, and I don't think I need to tell you how important it is we can return our High Capitoleer to us. Of course, he traveled to the Forest of Self-Revelation as all High Capitoleers must do, and he has not been heard back since. It's been 3 days. He was supposed to be back 2 days ago. Please help find him before the ceremony, or else I will be facing panic throughout the city. And he awaits your answer.
I would just like to know what benefit this is to us and to my great city of Hurne.
And recognizing that, of course, pretty much none of you are from here, he reminds you all of the relationship that the Skyplate has with the lower lands and the stream of resources that come down from on high, and all the trading that is conducted as well. Not trying to threaten, of course. He's strictly trying to persuade and remind you of the current relations between the civilizations. And then, of course, he follows up with, and then naturally, there will be a sum of gold involved. And possibly, I am still working with the Office of Land Logistics, but there may be a manor available for your party to use as a base of operations here in Sidoria for future missions that may or may not arise.
Well, I'm always in for saving
Maybe
someone.
that's okay.
What was that?
I think maybe we can talk about it later if that's enough. The manor and the gold, I think maybe it's enough. What do you guys think? You feel like enough for us to do this? It sounds like it's quite the mission for us to risk ourselves, and that's all we get in return.
My colleague does bring up a
I'm sorry.
fair
Have
point.
you seen the housing prices?
But as a
Okay,
man of government, I am all for a mission to save a member.
I mean, I honestly, twigs and leaves sound great.
you've got a good point.
Once I had to use a cactus as a pillow.
Sounds awful.
So,
Yeah.
we have.
I'm sorry. That was
we-
too. I'm sorry. Pause. Too good of a joke. You get the first point of inspiration for the adventure.
Oh, sick. I mean, do we get any other provisions? I mean, I'm all in. I love adventure. I've always wanted to get Forest of Self, just to see what kind of horrors are there. Curious
Neville,
about it. But do we any armor, weapons, or just we're going as is?
my previous campaign's coming to bite me in the tush. And Neville rubbing his chin.
Too much. You gave too much.
I did. I was too generous. And Neville rubbing his chin will say, yes, of course. Provisions will be provided for you for at least the next 3 days. After that, panic will, of course, set in, and it won't matter if you bring him back. So it doesn't matter if you starve. So I will give you 3 days worth of provisions to go into the forest. Of course, we cannot restock you because once you are in the Forest of Self-Revelation, none of us can enter. As far as weapons, I was informed that your party was already pretty well equipped for such a mission. Was I mistaken? Should I be searching for somebody else? And with that, if you could actually roll persuasion to see if you're able to persuade this person
Me?
to. I mean, you're asked. Please tell me you got some good charisma.
Should have let me ask.
Roll me. Can you roll me? Yeah, can you roll me? You better roll me that. Just one. Just one. Ooh, oh, you did
14.
13 with I guess I get -1.
No,
You
no
always got to
games.
do the modifiers.
0
Yeah, I got a
ranks.
13.
Okay. So with a 13,
Hey, it's better than
why don't you go ahead and state your case for why they should still give you more equipment, even though our level 3 players have this renown for already getting things done.
I want a scroll of Cone of Cold.
Oh my god.
I,
You are not allowed to give
no,
me
I
payback.
mean, you're just asking. No, I mean, I was just curious if I mean, because obviously the mansion's great, the gold great incentive, um, but if there's nothing to spend it on because the world goes to poop, like, but I mean, I'll take anything really, well, anything, but maybe a slightly nicer bow, like sand in the string.
Well, currently our armory is stretched pretty thin because, as you know, during the High Capitoleer ceremony, everyone from Elenatura is invited to attend. So our guards are, of course, all fully stocked and on alert. However, we do have health potions that we can give to each of you. You may each receive 1 health potion each. And I will also ensure that you receive one more random potion of your choice. And with that, you'll end up rolling. We're going to do some d20 rolls really quick here.
Just as a random roll.
Oh, I'm doing a random. Yeah. So each of you,
Oh.
each of you go ahead and roll a d20, and that will determine which kind of potion you receive.
What am I
I
rolling?
rolled I rolled a nat 20.
You rolled a nat 20?
I got an 11.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Give 'em 2.
So so the 11, you are going to get a potion of speed, which will give you the effect of haste for 1 minute.
Ooh.
That's what I wanted.
Who got the nat 20?
I did.
You are going to receive a potion of invulnerability, which will grant you resistance to all damage for 1 minute.
Nice.
Next roll was who?
David, you should say yours.
Oh, all right. It accidentally.
What'd you roll, David?
We have a weird.
Get some dice, man.
You have the weirdest way of rolling.
Oh, there's like a.
So this is why you got to have dice, folks. This is why
Purchase the
physical's the way to
dice.
go. Real dice, baby.
8. I know. I meant. No, I need to. I rolled an 8.
You
And
were,
I got-
you were not prepped. I have to.
I think Amazon will get here fast enough.
Yeah,
Not
can you do
right
same minute delivery, please?
Go to Walmart.
Anyway, what's the next roll?
Got an 8.
You got an 8?
8.
Okay. An 8 is interesting because that is a potion of mind reading, which will give you the effect of detect thoughts
Whoa.
for 1 hour.
That's pretty cool.
I got a 1.
Unfortunately,
Is it-
1 is just another potion of healing. Sorry.
All right.
That's kind of good.
Everything.
And as
Ooh.
the potions come out, you each receive the potions as you rolled. And with that, Neville will look and say, "Are we agreed then?"
It's good enough for me.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
What can you tell us about the Forest of Self-Revelation?
Good question.
Well, first of all, when you mention it and asking what they can do, y'all remember when people say Voldemort in Harry Potter?
Yes.
That's what all the guards kind of do. They all kind of tense up when they ask about it. Get a little Neville, you can not quite, but you can almost see a little bit of sweat come down. And before he tells you anything, why don't you go ahead and does anybody have any proficiency in history?
I do.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a roll and see how much you already can recall about the force of self-revelation.
Okay. Ooh. 3.
A 3.
Yep.
What do you roll?
Sorry.
I got a 2 and
You
I
got.
have a +1.
I'm also proficient in history.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you try.
So I got 13.
That's a lot better than 3.
I just saw a comment, by the way, saying, I'm a dice goblin. I can roll for him. Love it.
As long as it's like 15 and above every time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm sorry. What was the dice roll
What
again? I
roll
was
is it
reading the
again?
comment.
13.
For that 13 on the history check. Okay. So with a 13, you can recall a little bit. You've heard rumors about the forest. You've heard some people claim that they've been in the forest. But in your research, 9 times out of 10, you find out that they were completely lying. From what you know, it's an area where many go in, very few return. And Neville will kind of say kind of as much, but then he will reveal a little bit more. And before he does, though, he actually pulls out a little pin from here, and he pulls out. He kind of waves his hand a little bit, and appears in his hands a few scrolls. And he hands each of you the scrolls. He says, "Before I can tell you anything further, I need you to swear it will not leave this room." And on each scroll, you can see that it is, well, it's an NDA. It is a medieval
Nice.
Renaissance NDA that you have to sign about the force of self-revelation. And the pin is to have you sign it in blood. So that way you are permanently bound to never share this with anybody.
As Sunday nap, do we bleed or?
Yeah, you still do bleed. So here's where we're at. We'll pause for a split second for anybody who's watching. So the Sande Nep are the subspecies of Nepatunans who are native to Elenatura, and the Sande Nep are a group of people that really, at the end of the day, the Nepatunans had such an affinity to the elements that they started to evolve and take on, well, elements of those elements. So because the Sande Nep were living in the desert, they started to come forth with some sand-like features. They can still bleed. It's just that their skin is a little more dexterous. That's the word.
There you
Wow.
go.
Reading is fundamental, but speaking is harder if nobody's said it to you before. But yeah, so they're more dexterous. Why do I want to keep saying dexterous? That's gonna be a name.
Better,
That's gonna be a
honestly.
name. Dexterous bell ringer. Anyway,
My name.
another NPC. So, anyway, we also have the Forenap, who are forest based, and then we also have the Stonenap, who are stone based, and then we also have the Loche Nap, who are water based. Anyway, back to it though. With the Sandinap, yes, they can bleed. They still do have blood.
Take an arrow out of my quiver, give my finger a little prick, and
Okay,
Put it on there.
oh, that's sick.
put it on there, baby. Do we all do
Can I
it?
borrow your quiver?
I mean, he's got a pin
Or
right in his hand he can just give you. It's just a little pin that you just. That's
well,
all you
my
need.
handwriting
Maybe
is
to wipe
better
this
than
one off?
arrow. Yeah, just
With the,
It's not like you need to actually sign. You
Yeah,
just put your blood on it. It's all right.
well, I got
No,
a real nice
yeah, I
signature. I want to use it.
just wanted to borrow.
Do
I
you
bite
You
my
are
hold,
no
hold,
finger
hold
Josh.
on, hold on,
and
hold
put it
on, hold
the
on,
sheet.
hold on. Do you have a nice signature? Let's
Oh,
roll
yeah,
a sleight of
of
hand
course.
check to see how
Me or him?
well you can wave it. Whoever has a nice signature.
23.
You have a nice signature.
Thank you.
Please.
I've been working on
I
it.
also have 53.
Yeah. All right. So we all got nice signatures.
I just put my
I gotta
thumbprint
make-
on it. I bit my finger and put my thumbprint on it.
Perfect. That's even better.
Just a quick
Oh, boy. Oh man. All right. So you all sign.
Really quick. So we're in Elenatura. Where are we again? We're on the.
Yeah. So you were on the
Explaining it more.
sky. Yeah, you've been called to the sky plate, which hovers above the lower lands. And in the middle of the sky plate is Sidoria, which is the capital city of the 4 air kingdoms that kind of surround it. They all share the capital. So every mecca of the 4 air kingdoms is within Sidoria here. And you're also in the High Capitoleer's castle, which is basically the. He doesn't actually live here. He has his own manor. But this is where pretty much all government work is done. It's a very big castle. Every air kingdom has its own kind of wing available to it to conduct operations, and then of course the High Capitoleer has the top of the castle with an overlook on the whole city.
How do we get up here? Is it just like stairs?
So the way that the sky plate works is, and this is actually how Samuel Sidor found the sky plate. There is what's called the wind gate that is in the center of Sidoria. And with the wind gate, it has connections to several different kind of terminals throughout. I really hated that I did this, but think Stargate, but with wind.
Okay.
Is basically how it worked out. So there's different kind of terminals here on the lower lands that they're able to get through. And then another point of order, this also explains why on Elenatura you have humans and you have dwarves and you have tieflings and such. When the Windgate started to be used, it actually caused a thin areas to emerge across the land between the different planes of existence. And so other races and other beings were able to kind of come into Sidoria in order to begin settling here. So,
Great.
yes. So back to talking about the Forest of Self-Revelation. And so he'll kind of, Neville will kind of lower his voice a little bit so that way the guards can't hear. And he'll say, so the Forest of Self-Revelation, as you know, it's been a testing ground for the High Capitoleer ever since our beloved Samuel Sidor the first ventured in when he was exploring. Now, what most people don't know of what happened after he entered was that when he came out with his party, he came out carting a handmade cell full of the other party members who had all gone rather insane. And Samuel himself did not look too put together, is the best way that it was described in the official scrolls. Now, there has been, and I'm not proud of this, but our privy counselor of propaganda did squash this report where there was a documentarian who wrote a description saying that the Forest of Self-Revelation was the ultimate testament of fortitude. He claims that the wind was howling. He says you can almost hear it say you aren't worthy. The trees seem to stand in eternal judgment. The forest revealed in me things I dare not share, and I struggle to reconcile. I shall spend a lifetime wrestling with myself and the demons within me, unleashed by the trees and leaves. Those wishing to attempt the test would be wise to place a deposit for a bed at the sanitarium, for almost all who survive will surely need to spend their remaining days there after engaging with the wood. And as he recounts this, he kind of embodies what he is kind of reciting from what he remembers. And afterward, he just kind of sinks a little bit, almost in exhaustion from having to recount it as if he himself had gone through the forest.
Well, good sir,
Sounds like fun.
we thank you for telling us this, and I would be glad to aid you.
Of course, thank you so much. Sidoria will be forever in your debt. And if you go see my assistant, we will arrange for the potions to be checked out so that way you don't get arrested on the way out. And we will also make sure that you have your provisions for the 3-day trek through the wood. And with that, you are able to go meet with the assistant, general ragged assistant, usual frizzy hair in kind of these kind of almost like dirty curls. She's wearing glasses. Kind of looks. She's gnome. She's a gnome, so she's quite petite, and she just kind of quickly is kind of springing all over the place, grabbing everything for you and getting you all set up and giving you your pass with all the equipment out. So that way, if anybody stops you because carrying so much equipment around in Sidoria looks a little suspicious usually. So that way now you have something giving you free passage throughout, and then as well, the pass in order to get into the Force of Self-Revelation, because the Force of Self-Revelation has permanent guards, ensuring that nobody can enter unless authorized.
Oh, okay. She bad?
Bad as in evil, or bad as in yo, you bad
Thinking the
girl?
same thing.
Yeah. Bad isn't yo, you bad.
Okay, I mean, she. What was it? You ever see the movie She's All That? Rachel Lee Cook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember how they tried to make her look ugly, but she wasn't
Yeah.
in the beginning?
Okay,
Yeah.
so she bad.
Yeah.
Or she's sneaky bad. I got it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. I'm not gonna speak to her.
No charisma checks this time.
No.
Can I
I'm
wingman?
not.
Can you do what?
Can I wingman for him?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could private assistance. I would give him advantage on his roll.
It's up to him.
Yeah.
These more potions.
I say thank you so much for doing this for us.
Yes, of
maybe
course,
one
of course, of course, of
time
course, of course. Yes.
you'll have to come down to Harine, and I'll show you around the city in the King's
Ooh.
Royal Manor.
Nailed it.
You want
Maybe.
to tell her you're gonna where your bed is?
Oh no.
You said I get advantage.
Yes, you
correct?
get advantage. Roll twice. Take the higher number.
Great. That is a 14.
Okay. With a 14, she'll kind of she's getting the hint a little bit. And she kind of blushes a tan. She goes, "Oh, wow. I might have to take you up on that." And she just kind of walks away. Kind of a little bit
She
giddy,
likes
little bit of a spring in her step.
Yeah.
That would probably be a
I
bad
dap
time to
up Flynn.
Oh man.
All right. Where to next?
You just had to stop and flirt.
No more of that.
Yeah, and with that, do we would we like to make our way out to the forest?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, is there anyone? Is there anyone like else around us?
Like who, Jordan?
Just like any kind of soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I mean, you're in the High Capitoleer's castle. There's soldiers everywhere.
yeah. Um,
I mean, I will say there's actually a garrison that stays in the castle.
okay. Did that blood oath that we said? Does it say that we can't repeat what we said?
Exactly.
Or
You cannot repeat what you have learned about the Force of Soft Revelation.
but can we ask others what they know about
Oh
it?
yeah, no, absolutely. You can do whatever you want in terms of finding stuff out. It's strictly you cannot share the information that was shared in that
That we
room.
know already.
Yes, and
Um,
with that blood oath, that means that blood is now tied to that contract, which means that if you do reveal it, that NDA will alert the Privy Counselor, and
yeah.
it will not be fun for you.
Do we want to find out more of this place before we leave?
Well, I guess if you do want to find out more, where would one go to
To the
possibly
pub.
have somebody with loose lips? Exactly. We'll go to a tavern. And you know what? It's kind of funny that you mentioned that. I know we're doing on the fly world building, but hey, I already made you a tavern.
Let's go.
There's actually two different taverns. I forget. Are all what race are all of you? Or sorry, species? Are you all Nepatunans?
Uh, I'm a. We are San. No,
Okay,
San
so you're
San
Nepatunans.
Enough.
Okay.
Uh,
So we're
is that all four of us?
all four of you Sunday Neps?
Oh, we gotta have.
He's a
He's an elf.
Elf. Perfect.
check.
So I will ask, because usually the Nepatunans, they don't spend a lot of time in Sidoria for the most part. Usually they're just here on contracts, kind of like this one. But an elf, you may have been here before. Yeah, why don't you actually, I'm not even gonna make you roll. Have you visited Sidoria before, or do you live here?
I live here actually. I didn't grow up here though. I grew up in a smaller town. Um, but I do live here.
Okay. So from living here, you'll know that there's actually two different taverns that you can go to that really might have the information you're looking for. There's the Windhaven Tavern, which you would know. That's kind of like the high scale tavern. You would have heard a little bit of the history of it. It used to be the Windhaven tent. It started off literally as a tent with like a little tiny makeshift bar in the front of it. But then now it's quite the respected establishment, and many higher ups will frequent there. But the Windhaven Tavern's nice too because it is also open to all. So you'll sometimes see general run the mill people there as well. Now a little bit of a seedier area though of Sidoria is the Fragrant Stench Pub. And you would also know this as a place of great, I wouldn't say renown, I would say infamy, as being a rather rough and tumble kind of pub. Um, think you walk into a pub and there's a fight going on and people are just drinking their drinks like they don't even care that there's a fight going on because that's just a Tuesday for them.
Dive bar.
Yeah. Oh, it's as dive bar as that.
The
Yeah.
divest of the bar.
It's one of those dive bars where literally you have to go to an
Water
ATM because they don't have a credit card terminal. Yeah.
Nice.
Um, are we going in there, or are we deciding where to go?
So I gave you
I
both of
think
the
we're
locations because
deciding.
you would actually know which, you would be able to decide and kind of let them, if you want to tell the rest of the party the two locations that you're aware of, and y'all can decide.
Yeah. So you would think you'd want to go up to the higher end places, but we all know where the information it stinks a little bit. I think that we should go to the fragrant uh, the fragrant stench. I think we might find out some information there because we might end up in a fight, but we might also get some information. It could be a good trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? Should which there's both bars. There's both pubs. My vote is for
Yeah.
the Fragrant Stench.
I think we will get more information at the stench, as you guys might call it. I don't know how they will receive me, but I am willing
Not
to
well.
try. Not well, probably.
With the
Yeah.
gold
Yeah,
on the
that's-
sword, you might-
speaking of which, yeah, are you actually in like your full like soldier regalia right now?
I'm in battle. I'm in battle clothes.
Okay.
I am not in my ceremonial garb.
Okay. And are you one of those ones who, though, kind of keeps everything like tight, military tight, where it's like, even though it's your battle armor, it's like shiny, pristine, or do you allow the
Yes.
smoke to still
Yeah, he's a
settle?
loser.
Yes, it is. It is very pristine. I stand very rigid in it.
So, yeah,
When I accepted the mission, I saluted him.
yeah, you're gonna have some fun in the fragrant stench then.
It's okay. They can't take me.
What's that?
It's a little bit of a hike away from the High Capitoleer's castle, but it's worth it.
Just itching to get outside.
Let's
Well, with the
do it.
cactus.
I think someone's still stuck behind.
Hey, real quick, guys over there, if you could turn up your input sensitivity, do you know how to do that?
Yes.
Because it's only picking up one of you. Actually, yeah, turn off. If you have like the noise cancellation on, just go ahead and switch that off, and we'll be all right. Crisp is great, but sometimes it blocks things. So, perfect.
Better.
Yes, thank you. Wait,
Mhm.
nope. I think you might have actually turned it.
Yeah, it
maybe the
actually
other
got
way.
worse.
Yeah, you might have to do it the other way.
It did definitely get worse.
Is that better?
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
David, speak.
I thought that I was tweaking, and I was like, did they just like really
Ready,
disappear?
try to- Same time.
Yeah. Is this better?
Yeah, that's better.
That'll
All right.
work. That'll play.
Cool. All right. So we're heading
I
to the
don't feel
fragrant
good.
stench, huh?
Yes.
Great. Let's make some
Stench
stuff
is.
up.
My favorite
Brother,
kind.
do you agree?
I do disagree, but I've been outruled.
Of course.
Oh,
I want to stay
I'll
away
take
from the stench.
Right.
I can tell you don't like this.
Right.
Something
That's
smells
my
funny.
hair.
Something
I-
smells funny about going to this
This is
pub,
hair.
apparently.
Exactly. That's my gut intuition says if it smells funny, it's coming from the stench.
It is quite fragrant.
We're split 2 and 2.
Are we? No,
You-
I like the stench.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
switched your vote there. Okay, then I think we're going to the stench. As
All
we
right.
walk there, am I familiar enough with the bar to know the bartender?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I guess. Why don't you tell me what's your character normally up to in Sidoria? What are you doing as a job?
Well, I don't have a job. I kind of am like Robin Hood.
Yeah, you know the bartender.
But I sometimes
Yeah, you
take
know you.
myself, and that's okay.
He got money.
No, I just take enough to eat, and then I do good stuff. And sometimes I have enough to do more than eat and have fun, like go to the stench. So I'm at the stench a good amount to hear what's going on with the underbelly of the city.
I was gonna compare. I was gonna say, kind of reminds me of a certain character that I'm not gonna mention because I don't want a certain mousy corporation to shut this video down afterward. But yeah, it sounds a lot like a certain character in a certain cartoon that had Robin Williams in it. Anyway, so you would
Yes, it does.
so you would know the fragrant stench pub, and you would know the owner. The person who runs the establishment, I guess if you could call it running the establishment, is Carl Nadealer. And that's with a K and 2 A's with the little apostrophe thingy that I forgot what it's called on it. And yeah, he runs the establishment. If running the pub means drinking the whole first barrel that arrives each week and, well, joining in on the fights rather than stopping them, well, yeah, he's the one who runs it.
My kind of place.
Nice.
All right. So we walk in. I see Carl walk right up to me. Ah, Carl. How's it going? Any new news on the street?
And are all of you walking in, or is it just you starting out?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we all got to walk into the
I'm
stench.
just-
Okay, so when you first come in, he gives you kind of a smile. And then Jordan, or Quinn rather, sorry. Quinn, right?
Yes,
He
I
sees
walk in with
the
my head
second
held
he sees Quinn though, he kind of looks back at you like, the frick? He's like, oi, oi, oi! What's with this guy?
It's okay. It's okay. He looks fancier than he is. He's actually a scumbag.
I take that with offense.
Okay,
To the mission.
I'm just trying to cover you. It's not what I think of you.
let's
I'll whisper that.
let's roll persuasion on that one.
Oh, I almost rolled a nat one.
Oh God.
Oh, and now he
Okay,
doesn't
we
look
got
like no
15. I got a
scum.
15.
Oh, you got a 15. I thought you said 1. You got a
No,
15.
no.
Okay, all right. So
I
he'll
almost did.
he'll kind of eye Quinn up and down, and you'll see him kind of looking a little bit closely. Look at him. Look at you. And then he'll kind of look. You'll see his eyes divert over like this, and he'll just kind of go. And you'll see a few guys who were slowly starting to get up, sit back down, but they're still watching
They
Quinn
couldn't take me.
very, very closely.
Don't say that.
Go ahead.
We're gonna
I've killed
we're gonna
dozens.
get kicked.
Listen, they're all level 20 with 500 legendary actions. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Jordan, you have a
Yeah, you
full
got him, though.
history.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, Prince,
Just
you've
all-
got
Not at all. Not at all what it is. I'm totally lying.
They'd be silly to attack the
Right. Yeah.
the
But
chief general.
but anyway, and he just kind of nods. He goes, Roy. Well, what can I get y'all?
Well, I think we're good on drinks for now, or at least I am.
I want the
We're more
stiffest
so
thing you
looking for
got.
some.
Oh God.
It's Jordan in his armor. Quinn in his armor.
Well, that's my twin brother. So
This one's to the party. Who are we looking for again? We're
We
trying to
are
find
looking to the soon-to-be High Capitoleer who got lost in a forest.
We
I
remember
do
his
not
name.
recall his name.
And you might be careful. Are you saying this out of character, or are you saying it to each other right now within earshot of this guy?
We'll say
Out of
Saying-
character.
in meta.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go out of character.
All right. Because remember, you're in the Fragrant Stench pub. I'd be careful about
hmm
what you're actually doing here.
Can we take him to a back room?
No.
There's a back room?
take
I
him to the
don't-
penthouse.
It's gonna take you
I'm not gonna-
4 hours.
not
to
to
get
intimidate.
My
Yeah.
mind totally
I don't
went to the
believe-
wrong thought when you said
I
back
think
room, and I'm like,
everyone did.
You're gonna freak it.
Take him to the penthouse? No, can we take him to a
champagne room.
closed
Champagne room,
area?
guys. Let's go to the champagne room.
Holy shit.
There is no.
So
my elfish
what
friend,
was
can you
the
remind me
what
your
was the
name?
guy's name?
Okay. So the guy's name is Carl Nadealer.
Oh, the Capitoleer.
Sorry.
Oh, the High Capitoleer?
Yeah.
Oh, every High Capitoleer's name is
Yes.
always Samuel Sidor by default.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's like Samuel
give me
Sidor, like
for
the
the
15th at this point.
Okay. Do we want to do this in a more isolated place?
I think that we can. I think we can chat it in a way that it's not coming out of like we're looking for this guy trying to save him. More like heard this scumbag got lost in the woods. You hear anything about that? I think that's
Yeah,
the angle we go
try
for.
it.
All right, let's see. We're either gonna get our butts kicked or we're gonna learn something. And okay, so I say to Carl, and I kind of raise my voice up a little bit, just so if anyone there does hear me and knows anything, they might speak up or have a reaction. So during this, when I say this, I also want to kind of pay attention to my surroundings. I say, we've heard that this guy, the Samuel Sidor, he was lost in the woods. Isn't that's so funny? I can't believe that he was an idiot and got lost in the woods somehow. Why would you even go in there? You know that it's a mess of trouble.
Okay. So you just said that the future High Capitoleer is missing. You just said that to the whole pub.
Wait, so this is not okay. Yeah, they kept it under wrap. Do we?
Yeah, because they didn't want the whole
I
city to
mean,
go into panic.
you did just say it
And
to the whole pub.
I just told the worst people in the city, actually.
Yeah,
told the worst people in the city.
you literally just told the whole pub that the literal
That's
leader
bad.
of Sidoria is
Let's
missing.
see.
I say we pull the April Fools on them and say, just joking.
Masterful gambit.
Just joking.
Yeah,
Okay,
are
I'm
one of you gonna
I'm
pull?
joking.
Are one of you gonna pull him back and try to roll a deception check to make sure that?
I have +2.
I
Wait,
got
Yeah.
this
+5
actually works
deception.
though.
What's that?
I do.
This works
Deception.
though.
Deception.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because you're trying to say no, he's
Go ahead and
he's
do it.
kidding. It's not Sidor. What are you talking
Yeah,
about? You
yeah,
got to
I
roll
got you.
deception on that one.
Yeah, okay.
So sorry.
Fedora.
I rolled a 16.
Oh,
+5? Or
That is, yeah.
okay.
I mean, 16 will do it. I mean, it's the fragrant stench. People are claiming crap all the time. So yeah, you were able to pull that back. Fortunately. But Carl's still kind of looking at you like, what? Why would you tell something like that?
attention. I just really needed some attention right now. I'm really feeling low and lonely.
It was the
I,
drinks that were talking.
Well,
I'm going to
It was
I'm
the
going to
drinks.
step
and
I'm
you
going
know
to
what?
step
With
up to
that,
Carl.
you don't even need to roll anything on that because he definitely believes that you are a lonely man whenever he sees you.
Ah,
Did it just bleep out? Dude, your audio cut out like right as you said something. So
Me?
did it get bleeped out?
No, I was just saying he's no, he Carl looks at him and he definitely believes it because he's like, yep, you are a lonely man.
Dang.
Hey, I'm 6 foot. I'm a 6 foot elf. Come on.
I step up to Carl. And
Are you going to order
I
anything or
say-
not?
I say, excuse my friends, but do you have a place that we can speak to each other?
What for?
I'll let you know when we get there.
Oi, I don't go nowhere with no cops.
I am
let
not.
me speak to him. You're a little right now. You're coming off a
Take
little
it.
strong. Yeah.
Take
Whoa.
it.
Pause. Can I persuade him to come in? So we could just have like a private meeting. Can I try to persuade him?
Sure.
Okay, I got a 19.
Cooking.
And he looks at you after looking at the armored one. And he stares at the armored one but he points back over to you and goes, I'll meet with him and him alone. And with
I
that,
think that's
Seems
good.
fair.
Seems fair.
yeah.
Okay.
And with that, I didn't do this, but next time I will. I'm going to create a virtual kitchen for us to have a private conversation. But that's okay.
All right.
I would like to, since I'm a ranger, guys. I would like to kind of trail behind.
Are you a ranger?
Listen.
I heard
Because
he
I'm
was a ranger.
He might be a ranger.
ranger. I hardly know her.
Take that inspiration point away.
No, 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 no.
I don't know. I don't know if you've all have ever heard of or watched Dungeons and Daddies. They literally had the most hilarious mechanic over something
Crazy.
like that. It's so dumb because they're all dads. So with dad
Mhm.
jokes, it did 1d4 psychic damage whenever they would do a dad joke.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
so funny.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Anyway,
But Flynn,
But
go
yeah,
have your
I would like.
conversation.
okay. So wait,
Yeah,
are you
I'm gonna
gonna?
shoo you back. Back up. No, I'm not
No, but
allowing
I'm
that.
sneaking, so you don't know.
Yeah, I don't want you to.
Well,
sneak
that all
and control our
depends.
I stand in,
That all
I stand in
depends
front of him
on your
and do not
sneaking.
let him move.
You can't just sneak. You know what you got to do if you're gonna sneak.
Final roll.
Oh god.
Crap. Please.
Can I
And-
just like stop him and like have him roll an opposing strength check?
I got a 16.
I mean, if you want to do some PvP, you said 16.
Yeah.
So 16, you'll be able to stealth, but he wants to stop you.
Fine,
Uh,
fine. Let me know later.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna tell the party guys. Come on, he would never leave information from the rest of the party.
I just like to.
Ooh.
I just like to sneak because I'm a ranger.
I think it's
Wait,
better.
wait.
Speaking of which,
Wait,
sidebar,
Can you leave a
sidebar.
What
Um,
class
drink
are you
behind?
Did
Can
you
you leave a
all?
drink behind?
Yeah, you
The
haven't even
soldier's
asked.
buying.
You didn't. Oh,
Soldiers buying. I do not carry money on me for adventures.
He's got no pockets. He's shirtless.
gosh.
I just want to drink while I wait
Yeah.
for the meeting.
All right. So you all can go ahead and we're gonna split this. All right. So as you all sit down, a new bartender kind of comes out as Carl starts traveling to a private room. And while he's doing that, you all can sit down, and the bartender asks what you'll have, and of course, serves you. And while you're being served, we go to our virtual kitchen that I didn't set up. And Carl shuts the door behind us, and he looks. He says, "Roy, what is it?"
I want to know if he knows anything about the forest, because he seems like a guy who might know some of the stories of people who have been there.
Hmm. And as you ask, Neville Neville. We're still talking to Neville? No, I'm looking down at my notes and I saw Neville. We look
Talking
at
to Carl,
We
yeah.
look at Carl, and Carl. What exactly are you asking? Is it true? Was he lying, or was he telling the truth?
No,
Does anyone have message?
Well, you can't hear what they're saying to us.
Yeah, you all can't hear anything that's going on.
Yeah, I can't.
Nope.
I'm just shooting back.
Shots.
Yeah, no.
Shots.
Don't say that.
Yeah, no, he's not missing. You know, I'm a great adventurer. He probably heard of me. For sure, he's heard of me. Yeah, Carl's definitely heard of me. He knows who I am. I'm a great adventurer. I want to try to take on this forest, and they will tell tales of me for literally forever. And my ranger friend, I don't know if you heard, he's a ranger.
And you just hear my voice screaming. Did you know I was a ranger?
Yeah.
To the bar keep lady.
And with that, another joke inspiration point. Not to you because you only get one. I don't know why I'm pointing as if you can see where I'm pointing to, but yes,
I'm
you
up
get a
there.
point.
That's
Yeah,
me.
yeah, that's you.
He is up there in my screen too. Yeah.
Get your
Oh,
inspo.
perfect. Good.
Thanks.
I didn't realize. Can I see the chat from here? No.
Evan
Let's
is
open up
above
here.
you. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I don't
Cameron,
know
is
if it's
that
the
you?
same for everybody.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
No, that is not
Oh.
me.
So you're down there.
No, I'm on that side. I'm on this side of you.
You're over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then David's here.
I'm gonna go
So-
to the live stream just so we can high five.
So Carl will kind of scratch his chin. Well, honestly, I don't know if they'll talk to your armored friend, but if you slip the copper at the table, and when he says the table, it implies that generally anybody who's been to the fragrance sense knows what this table is. So he says if you drop a coin in there, you might be able to find some info out for a fee. I don't know anything, but there might be some people who do. And with that,
If you know anyone who's
so oh
Good
wait, you
place
wouldn't
to
know. Yeah, you wouldn't know what the table is, but he's just saying
You
it
would not
because
know
you
what it
should
is.
know. Everybody should know what the table is.
of course. Yeah. Does he know anyone who's ever been to the forest? They don't have to have come back.
There've been a few over the years, but none I've. Oh. Okay. Oh well, there was one. He's of course in the sanitarium, just like all the others. But his name was Eремir. Never got his last name, but you might be able to ask him if he's feeling particularly sane today.
Okay. I think I'd consider talking to him. And one last thing. Does he know of anyone who like wants to go, who might want to tag along, provide some aid?
He gives that a laugh. Really? You think anybody is dumb enough to go into that forest? Wow. You're funnier than I thought you'd be.
Oh, thanks. All right. Well, Carl, thank you for your time. I'm not going to hold you too long. You have stuff to do. Appreciate it. I'm going to walk back out.
Yeah. And before we do, we'll go ahead and we'll do a quick fade over to the rest of the party, as one's missing now, but that's okay. And what are you all doing while we're waiting during this conversation? Well, we know one of them is throwing back way too much.
Thorn went, I don't know where. I think he went to the back room like you guys were talking about earlier. He came back with a drink. So
Sorry, I had to puke.
I guess that's what he did in the back room. I just sat there and just kind of thought about how I messed up earlier, and I was just really embarrassed and ashamed of myself for a while. Just sat there with my head down.
Actually, I puked on Quinn's armor.
Oh boy.
Just a little bit.
Love it.
I was telling the bartender of my very interesting and inspiring war stories
They were not feeling it.
because they are men of no honor. They have nothing good to give to the world aside from a drink that harms us.
Oh, is that a
Wow.
mage
Kind of
hand
on it.
behind you, James? No.
That would probably be my daughter, who is coming over here and meowing like a kitty.
Oh,
Can't hear that.
Minor illusion.
Exactly.
yeah, but I have not drinking anything, and I have wiped the puke off my. I've wiped the puke off of my garments, and as he threw up on
Don't
me,
hit me.
I gave him a big push. Well, I gave him a light shove. I was like, "Hey, get away."
Man, I'm just so sorry, and I use my dirty robe to wipe off. some
Makes it
of my-
worse.
Just kind of smears, and then I'm like, oh, you got a little on your face, and I just
Spit on it.
Oh man.
gross.
Yeah, that's pretty
So
pretty
how'd the
sick.
meeting go?
Good. He's a nice guy.
Oh,
He didn't
yeah.
seem too nice.
Heard great things about.
Should we
Yeah,
walk out of
he's
here and
very nice.
talk about what you learned?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Is there anything that we need to go to in here?
No.
No,
Not as
the
far as I can tell. I
bartender
mean,
makes good drinks.
well, what's going on around us?
I feel like
Yeah, I feel like can we kind of like isolate so they can't, so no one else in the area can hear us? Because you guys are talking a little loud.
maybe the
Yeah, so
kitchen.
we're like kind of huddled up, kind of like if they played football. That's kind of, I don't know if they play football, but that's kind of how we're huddled. And I was like, guys, we gotta find the table. And of course, without a doubt, Baldrick, you would probably know the
I'm
table,
about to
right?
say one of you would know the table. So when he mentions the table,
Yep.
you would know what that is. And the table is one that's over in the corner, deliberately with no lighting. There is in the center a coin hole. And you would know that slipping a copper into the coin hole will bring out some waters that will pour out for you automatically to make it look like you're drinking. But then also a little sound horn will come out because this is the table of the Sodality of Shadow,
Ooh.
which you would know that the Sodality of Shadow, they typically are more literally within the shadow of Sidoria, or not of Sidoria, sorry, of the sky plate. So with the sky plate being above everything, there's a permanent shadow just underneath it. And that is where the Sodality of Shadow resides. And you would know that, of course, with the elements being so revered here on Elenatura, and especially here on the sky plate, um, certain magics are outright outlawed, such as necromancy is completely banned. Uh, Acid is frowned upon. Not necessarily banned, but there are some consequences for using it. So pretty much anything that can be perceived as unnatural magic is illegal. Well, the Sodality of Shadow does not believe that that should be the case. Many of them have been exiled for their use of necromancy. And so they have formed into this organization bent on bringing down the sky plate. And they, of course, have a nice little table at the Fragrant Stench Pub where they can feed information to anybody asking.
I like the sound of that.
It's a good point. You should put copper in the slot.
Yeah, I don't carry money that small.
I don't have a copper
You don't have a single copper piece?
because I'm a ranger.
Oh my gosh.
No,
That seems
I
like you
have a
steal a
gold
lot of
piece.
copper.
You might have a lot of copper.
No, I don't steal. I don't steal. I'm a ranger. I live off the land.
What
And
about
people's pockets.
Baldric? Is that his name again? Elf. Baldric, correct?
Elf? Just call him by his race.
Our elven friend, Baldric.
Oh,
Do I have any?
Yes. Do you have any copper?
I don't.
No. I actually think I have 0 money in total at all. Actually, I think I've got 5 gold. Can we go up to the bartender? Can we go up to Carl and say, "Can I change this out for whatever the
It's a
exchange
lot
is?"
of copper.
That's a lot of. Well, I mean, you'll get
Wow.
silver and copper in
Yeah,
Yeah, what if
exchange.
we look between couch cushions?
Yeah, you get the standard conversion, so you'll get silver and copper back. But he does look at you, says, "This ain't no bank. Buy something or deal with it."
Can we check
anyone
if there's
have-
any
What
copper
if I were
between
to
some
buy?
couch cushions?
that's a great idea, Quinn.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to check. Yeah,
Check
Okay.
what?
Can we all split
See
and
what
check?
if anyone dropped any copper in their drunken stupor.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me an investigation check. See if you can find any.
Okay, we all split the check, so we can all check.
Yeah, I mean, you could be checking different areas of the pub. That's fine.
I got an 18.
Okay, then yeah, you found a copper on the floor. I mean,
Let's go.
it may be in a toilet.
I was with a -1.
I got a 21.
Let's go. He found 2.
Oddly enough, at 21, you also find another copper piece in another toilet. I don't know why you were in the women's room, but whatever.
I threw it up because I accidentally ate one.
That'll do.
And the woman.
All right. Well, then
That's where
are we gonna go to the table then and drop the coin in?
I give
Yeah,
the coin to my
Thanks.
brother.
But
table.
before we do that, can we just
Thank
look
you.
around and see what's going on in the bar?
Yeah, perception check. Oh no, you guys, you don't have to whisper. We can. This is like actual play. Like we're not editing nothing. You can just say, "Hey, do
We
this."
were just like
14.
Yeah.
We're looking at my sheet and just he's
Yeah.
going right
Yeah,
there.
we also have a really fun virtual dice roller.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah,
It is fun.
that's what I'm saying though. You don't gotta whisper. Like say it loud and proud. Let's figure this all out
Well,
together.
we'll say it loud and proud that I don't know what I'm doing.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing either, so it's all good. Yeah. So perfect. Would you roll again?
14.
14. So with the 14, I mean, you're looking around and I mean, pretty much everybody's minding their own business. There's a couple that are kind of looking around a little shifty-eyed. And apparently you can't hear anything but music now in the live stream. And I don't know why.
It's funny. I can't even hear music.
I hear nothing.
I heard James say you can't hear
That might have been
music.
an old message. I don't know. We'll see.
It's the Elf Song Tavern.
Ooh.
Okay, we're good. I just checked it. We're all good. Anyway, so back to it then. So we're heading to the table, and as you're looking around, you see pretty much everybody kind of minding their own business. But as you start to get near the table, people start to look a little bit and then look away. And then there's a couple though that are not looking away. You do notice that there are 2 different hooded gentlemen who are looking. And the closer you get to the table, the more intently they're looking your way. They're trying to hide it, but you do see it a little bit.
Can we see any features of them? They're hooded, but can we recognize anything about them?
Yeah, with these hoods, you'll notice They're pretty ragged, pretty tore up.
Poor people.
Yeah, and as you kind of see when they turn, you can kind of see a little bit of a black tattoo covering their entire eye, the left eye of each of them.
Mm.
Oh, they're matching.
Nice eye patch.
Oh, you're going over to talk to him?
Do they look approachable at all?
Oh, heck
Oh
no.
no.
Do they look like if we walk up? Okay.
It looks like if you walked up to them, they'd be screaming roll initiative.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Does it look like we can take
Put
them?
up my.
Yeah.
It does not look like you could take
No,
everybody in the bar that would start to fight you if you fought them, Jordan. Do not do that again because I will kill all of you right now. And I'm not kidding. You will all die with how many people are in this bar right now.
Okay.
So they are
Does
staring at
anyone
us,
look
and we
like
cannot speak to them.
What's that?
So we are
Does anyone look
staring at
out
them,
of
and we cannot
place?
speak to them.
Well, you're
without
not
dying.
staring at him. You're not staring at him. You just note it.
No, they're
He
staring
noticed
at
it.
us.
Just like a.
Side eye.
Yeah,
side eye.
exactly.
I say
Side eye.
let's just get to the table.
Yeah.
Pop that copper in. See what we can find.
Sounds good to me.
I give my copper to Quinn.
I mean, you only need,
Thanks.
yeah. So as you all sit down at this table, you drop the copper in, and as promised, out spouts kind of a fountain, and then you see an equal number of glasses come up, one for each of you. And the fountains have different spouts coming. The fountain has multiple different spouts coming off of it, and that's where the glasses ended up, and that is where the water goes in. And as the water goes in, you see on the table just the tiniest little kind of almost sound hole opens up. And from it, you hear, "What do you wish to know from the Sodality of Shadow?"
What
Evan
happens
is-
in the
or,
forest?
Dang, who voted you to ask the question?
Everybody was silent.
I like that question.
Which question?
What happens in the forest?
What happens in the forest? Stays in the forest. No, I'm kidding.
I'd be so salty. You should just keep that. Just
Why do you wish to know about the forest? Who has spoken to you?
What are you, the feds? I'm joking.
The opposite
You're
of
the
feds.
It says the police
As-
reviewed over here.
We are the opposite of feds. We are Stev. We are Stev. It's the opposite.
the actual like
Flip the
general
word.
of a giant military.
We're so
What are you,
opposite
the
we flip the
feds?
word.
Can we ask him where that mental institution is, where all these people are at? Would the table know that? Oh,
You got a Mac.
why did that not happen any other time?
There it is.
I'm a bard. That's kind of what I do.
I mean, it makes
I
sense.
kind of charm people. Watch
It
this.
it does make sense. There you go. That's I feel like from now on, in order for bardic inspiration to be allowed to be bestowed, you have to do
Kind of hit
that
him with one of
first.
these.
Yes,
No.
it doesn't count. It's just like an Uno. If you don't say Uno,
Aura lost.
What if I know you're not talking about aura? You got thrown up on.
I apologized to him and wiped it off.
oh my gosh! And then he looks. He goes,
Throwing up.
"What are you all talking about?"
Oh yeah.
And I say, what are you, the feds?
Mr. Shadow. Mr. Shadow guy. What happens in the forest?
Why do you wish to know?
What happens in the forest?
Guys.
Do you wish to know?
Do people die?
No, don't ask that. That's a stupid question.
Because we
Wait,
wanna
let's
go to the
get back into the
forest.
huddle.
What
Wait, can we say one moment and then we all get back
No,
in
we
the
only have
huddle that we didn't
moment?
accept?
One moment, please.
guys, what do we want to ask him?
The Sodality of Shadow starts to hear the dun 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 dun. The on hold music.
I kind of just want to know if there's any like consequences to walking in.
Are there monsters that are causing the chaos?
I feel like we should ask him about the dude. Like
What dude?
Like where's
Oh,
the dude that's like lost there?
we have
No,
two
we
copper.
can't tell anybody about him.
Oh, there's no one lost in there.
No, but I'm saying like we could be like, hey, did anybody get lost recently? And you know what I'm saying?
That's a good way to phrase it.
Yeah, because I mean they don't know who we're talking
But-
about.
Yeah, that could be. But what if it's not him?
But it would be him because that's
True.
that's
True.
He...
Okay, so I think we have two questions because it's
Wait.
one question per copper, 'kay, and we both got a copper.
Oh, I didn't say it's one question per copper. It's just the copper gets you the
Oh,
information or gets you talking to the
so
Sodality of
okay.
Shadow.
It's like a therapy.
Yeah, you're
Ask
fine.
the table what its name is, Jordan.
What?
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, let's-
what's your name?
Hey, we didn't unhuddle.
Oh yeah, unhuddle, unhuddle. Get back to the table.
Okay, back to the table. What's your name?
Are you serious right now?
It's a good question to ask.
What if it's important to the story?
I literally told you that this is a Sodality of Shadow. The whole point of Shadow is not seeing things or knowing things.
That's cool.
I'm not gonna give you my name,
Yeah.
That's cool.
dummy.
Sweet.
Okay.
How are you?
The secretive guy.
So much for any question.
Are you underneath the table?
That's a good question to ask. Yeah. And gonna,
Under the table.
No.
little gnome.
No.
Have you seen anyone get lost yet in that forest recently?
Are you looking for work? Is that why you have come?
Yeah. Extra cash is always good.
No. I want to know if anyone has just come into the forest and got lost. Did they not come out recently?
I like cash because I'm a ranger. So I
It's gonna be an. It's gonna be an. I'm seriously gonna get a T-shirt that's just gonna say I'm a ranger, and that's all it's gonna say on the shirt. That's gonna go on the site when I actually finally get my merch site up. By the way,
Yeah.
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 But yeah, so
This guy doesn't know anything.
so as you're asking, if anybody got lost,
Stupid table.
he
Oh.
he kind of comes back with, you cannot lose something that desires to be lost.
That sounded really cool, but that does not answer the question.
Come on, do the hearts.
We're getting screwed over here.
Okay, so we know everything we need to know about this guy. Except
No,
for
we
that, that's
don't.
new
We don't
information.
even know it was him.
I want
If
to
we-
know
that-
if anyone has recently gotten lost in the forest.
I'm trying to think of how I want to approach this.
I want that to be the actual guy talking.
Listen, guys, leave me alone. It's Samuel, okay? I'm just trying to hang out.
Wait, I gotta think of a cool way to say
Be
that.
left alone. No, I'm kidding.
The table wants to huddle. With all the other tables.
So the voice just will respond. We could not say of anybody who could have been lost in the forest. But I ask again, Are you seeking work? Because if not, I will leave you.
We're already working.
No, I don't think we need work. We have work right now.
We're already working.
We did not say that to
What's-
him. We whispered to each other.
I mean, I like a little. Oh yeah, wait. Sorry. 1 second. Huddle. I like a little extra work. Personally, I could use the extra cash.
Wait, but didn't he say if we do want work, or if we don't want work, he's leaving us?
Yeah, I
So
mean,
we-
I personally
He can leave us.
like to.
He's a table. Where's he
No,
gonna
I
go?
wouldn't.
We don't have to do the job.
We could say no
Let's
to
just
it.
leave him out.
Yeah.
Let's just hear
Well,
it
we
out.
could go to our job that's already in front of us.
But
No,
we
but, like,
are
what
gonna
if-
die.
What if this is part of it?
Seeing as James seemed quite surprised when we wanted to go to a tavern.
Well, I
do
wasn't
not think
surprised
it
by
is
the tavern.
Well, he gave us two options.
Mm-hmm.
There were two options. I wonder if there's a table at the other option.
Let's go there. Let's do a bar crawl.
Okay, let's ask him. Okay, back to the table. What's his job?
What's the job?
Well, funny you should mention the forest. We need
So,
extra people in the forest. We are willing to pay 50 gold each.
Jesus
oh my
Christ.
days.
What do they need people in the forest for?
All will be revealed when you are in the forest.
Let's go to the forest.
Yeah, let's go to the forest.
I think
We get any of this up front? I'm kind of an
no, don't
upfront
ask for
guy.
the money from you just ask money from a table.
Not all of that. If it can pour us drinks, it can give us gold.
Well, we already have. Okay, fine. Hey, Mr. Shadow Guy, soldier of the Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Where are you?
Solidarity.
Under the
So
table.
Dally,
It's not
get
under
it
the
right.
Sodality.
Sodality?
Sodality.
You asked where he is?
Dilly dilly.
Yes.
In the shadows.
No shit, Sherlock.
He's
Go under the table. All right.
He's under the table.
Okay, I say we go to the forest.
You say you peeked under the table?
The gold. Wait, what about the gold?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna peek under the table.
And as you look under the table, all
Yeah,
you see,
everybody looks at it.
yeah, all you see is, I mean, you see some of the mechanics involved with, bringing up the water,
Mhm.
and you also see a faint glow. It's just a very faint glow. No indication of what it's doing, but it's just a very, very faint glow that almost has like a kind of greenish.
I think there's a little
hue to it.
guy in there.
I think there is a little
Nope, I can't see
wizard.
anything smaller than
I think there's a little wizard underneath this entire place using message to talk to
yep.
us through a telephone.
A telephone.
That's not what I was thinking.
So back to the gold up front question. Can we get a little of that up front?
The Sodality does not
I'm in.
negotiate. You receive payment when the job is complete.
Stupid question. Just
Hey, Mr. Sodality, do we need to go talk to any guys in the hospital?
Why would you need to do that?
Okay, let's go to the forest.
Bye, Mr. Table. Thank you.
Before we walk away,
And then
I
we-
just want to give the table a little shake and see if he reacts. Yeah, I just want to shake it a little bit and see if anything happens.
said you're
As
gonna
soon as he
what?
reacts, I want to shake the table. Just want to see if he reacts.
Why are you shaking the table?
Yeah, he's not in there.
So he's under the table.
So he's under the table. I knew it.
No, I can literally hear you shaking the table.
Can you
So you
feel
can't
it?
see us.
I lean over into the mic and say, "Thank you, good sir,"
The
and I'm on
mic.
my way.
All right.
Do we get the copper back like an Aldi shopping cart?
No, you do not get the copper back.
Ah. I do think we
Alright.
should talk to Aramir,
Wait, did
who
we
is
accept the job?
the guy who went a little crazy.
He
Yeah.
said we'll find out what the job is in the forest.
Perfect. Okay. What did you say?
Talk to
Flynn.
Aramir.
Flynn, the great
Flynn.
adventurer and storyteller.
Oh,
I think we should talk to Aramir.
I also thought that. I agree. That's the guy that's in the sanitarium.
did I miss that when I was puking?
No.
Sure, let's
You
hurry
might
up and
have.
go do that.
Actually, you might have.
I think
It
I
could
did.
be. I was thinking that as well. I have that down. It might be a good idea to go. Just would the sanitarium be far out of the way?
No, I mean
It's pretty big.
the sanitarium. I mean, you're probably looking at maybe like 15-minute walk from where you're at.
Oh, it's right down the
I
street.
mean,
Yeah.
you might as well. The worst case scenario is he's completely lost it and he can't form a sentence. Best case scenario, we learn something crucial.
Let's go there.
So let's go there. Come on, let's go
Thanks,
there.
K-Roll.
Sorry.
Okay, we go to Aramir.
All right. And with that, though, I think that I'm going to take our first little mini break. So for those who may watch this, if you've never played D&D before, it is very crucial that we take breaks from time to time for several different reasons. One is, of course, to restock snacks, of which I did not have any, so now I am famished because I am a snacker. And two, to take care of any children that are being completely unruly during the times that your DM is trying to listen. So we're going to take a 10-minute break. We will come back here. We'll come back at 9:20. Sound good, guys?
Sounds great.
It's 14
Sounds good.
minutes.
I'm gonna cook
That's
some
15.
food.
That's 14 minutes. Yeah. We'll do 14 minutes. That's good. And with that, I will throw up an image, which again, I did not save in any way, shape, or form.